Codeforce's International Master, highest rated competitive programming in CodeChef in IIT Kharagpur, ACM ICPC World Finalist, placed at Google, internship at Adobe, and I've even heard that you represented the IIT Kharagpur chess team at the Inter-IIT Sports Meet. You also have a startup of your own. Like, my god, is there anything I missed out? If yes, do say.
No, that's pretty much it.
Everyone could break my heart, but I try my best to not fall apart. And I find it hard to let go.
Now coming on to the biggest and the most prestigious competitive programming competition on earth, that is ACM ICPC. So what exactly is ACM ICPC and why do people rate it so much?
So ACM ICPC is like an premier Olympiad of this particular field of competitive programming. So it's like a globally recognized contest that happens like once every year, and it's a multi-stage contest, and it has a good rating because everybody who is doing good competitive programming is in college is going to participate in that. And it's like if you are performing well in that, you are like winners of winners, something like that, right? So everybody's participating and you are getting a good rank among them. So that's why its rank holds that much of credibility. So that's why I think like people has this craze for ICPC and improving in that.
Okay. So can you tell me as well as the viewers a little more about the structure of ACM ICPC, as in how to participate, what are the various rounds, and
yeah, sure. So for ACM ICPC, you have first an online round where you like give it from your own college, and in that mostly like it's a college-based selection that happens over there for regional sites. So once you from every college there are some seats, or based on your rank in that online contest there are selections. There are a lot of rules. I'm not going into the technicalities of rules and of selection, but let's say you get past that online contest, then there is a regional contest that happens. That is like an on-site contest. That used to be on-site contest before this COVID scenario. But in that, like let's say there are maximum two teams from every college that I've seen, and in that people generally compete for the slots of ICPC World Finals. And again, the top slots in that, like let's say some 10 people, let's say, is selected, and from there are 4 such regions. So in online round, you have to select 2 regions in which you want to apply, and if your rank is good enough, you get to go to that 2 regions, regionals. Okay. Now in that 2 regionals, in any one of them, if you perform well, if you get to the first or second rank, you get a world final slot. Last year it was just first, like if you get the first rank, you get a world final slot, or else the top 10 teams, more or less 10 teams, get to a selection round, separate selection round, which is like Asia finals. Okay. So in that, a lot of like some other countries as well participate in the Asia West continent finals. So in that, what we see is that there are like fixed seats, like 7 to 8 seats allotted for the teams to get selected from there. And from there, like whatever the rank is, the top 7 to 8 teams that has not been yet selected for the World Finals, they get the slots for the World Finals. And then all of these teams, like around from India, there is 8 to 9 teams that get selected. So these teams then go to the World Final stage. And in World Finals, it's from like every country has some slots. They send up their team, and that's the final final contest that happens.
Okay, and I don't think it's necessary that you have to be from an IIT or you have to be from a premier institute to qualify for the ICPC World Finals.
No. So World Finals has this rule that from every college there can be only one team. That is to like increase the diversity of the like contestants. But apart from that, there is no rule on like if you can get to using some tier college. Like there is no notion of tier in their vocabulary. That this tier is created. This tier notation is not there like some universal rule, right? So every college, like whichever college you are in, you can participate. So if any viewer is watching, they can just look into like their college. You have to just get an approval from any of the professors that you have, and you can participate in the like online round. Then if you get selected, you can go to the regionals, you can go to the next level, and finally, like if you get to the ranks, then you get to the World Finals.
So it's completely based on your merit and completely based on your coding skills, and your tier 1, tier 2 college doesn't matter at all.
No.
Okay. So we know that ICPC is a team-based contest, whereas the contest that we have at Codeforce and CodeChef are mainly individual. So how do people prepare for how do people prepare for ICPC? Like, if they're so different from the rounds
Okay.
at Codeforces and
Yeah,
CodeChef?
yeah, that's a good question. So around there, I think a lot of people train. So when you used to when we used to train, so before, like, let's say 3-4 months before you have your regionals and online rounds, till that point, most of us like prepare individually only, like on individual contests, preparing our own individual skills. But then when like the last 3 months are there, people start preparing for, let's say, the team-based practice set. So I cannot tell about every team because I don't know how they practice, but I can share my own experience. So what we generally do is we just, so each and every one of us, like, in the last time when we participated, all of us were good enough. I mean, all of us were in master range in the team. So all of us were good enough to solve the medium hard problems of any particular topic, more or less. Okay. Now what we did was we split up the topics among us for the hard topics, like for hard problems. So let's say I'm solving, let's say, maths, FFT, string kind of problems. Let's say in my team there's Nitish and Shubham. Let's say Nitish is solving hard problems of DP and graph. Shubham is solving hard problems of data structure, maths, and some other topics. So this kind of split up is done because solving hard problems takes time, right? I mean, if you're solving them, let's say 2500, 2600 questions on Codeforces, solving them, like even understanding the logic and solving them takes time. So that is something we build up a split so that like each of us is like master of something, and so that we can overall cover up everything. So that is there. Apart from that, we also like give a lot of gym contests. I mean, of course, you need to practice for contests that are going to be similar to ICPC. So on Codeforces gym, there are a lot of contests that are available. So on those, you can like participate with your team, like get a virtual setup. Like in Codeforces, you can get virtual contests. So you can set up that, and you can like give any contest that you wish for, and you can train in that fashion. Like it's going to be similar in the ICBC regionals as well. So that's there.
Okay. Like, and how different are the question levels, say, at the Codeforces round and the ICPC rounds? How
So-
different are the question levels?
So for the ICPC rounds,
Like, how many
Let me
questions
tell you
are
this.
there, if you could say, and
Okay.
what are the difficulty
Yeah.
level compared to the Codeforces rounds?
okay. So Codeforces, so there are around 10 to 11 questions in ICPC regionals. Okay, 10 to 12, let's say.
In time,
Okay,
time period?
5 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So you have 5 hours and 10 to 12 questions. So it's mostly like distributed like linearly. Like there are 2 easy questions, then there are 3 easy medium, 3 easy medium, then 2 medium questions, 2 medium hard, then
Okay.
hard, and then 2 super hard questions, and so on. So these are how it's mostly spanned across. And it's, I would say that Codeforces is not like a very good you cannot draw a very good comparison between Codeforces contest and the regionals, because I think Codeforces has a lot of ad hoc side to it. I mean, observation based. I think ICBC regionals are more on the like algorithm and data structure side, and it also is more of like, so in Amritapuri, I think there are for like international setters, so they set a lot of ad hoc questions. But in other sites, I think it is more of data structures and algorithms. So the level is tougher. Like it's a lot of questions are like around D, E, and even more than that. So it's on the tougher side. I mean, like the first 3 questions is going to be like ABC of Codeforces, but like a lot of questions are going to be in the level D, E, and F, and even beyond. Maybe like there are even harder problems than that. But they are not like observation based hard problems. They are more like data structure or algorithmic based hard problems. So
Okay.
that's what I think ICPC is currently training on. I think like it's better to compare it with like, let's say, long of, let's say, CodeChef. That is, so in long there are still some changes that in long they give a lot of like lengthy questions, but apart from if you decrease the length, then that is more or less like the scale of problems that you can see in regionals.
Okay. So I think people are also scared to. Some people are very scared to participate in ICPC because they think that all these elite programmers come, like tourist is participating, they are participating, all the masters and candidate masters are participating. Should we like? But you participated in ICPC in your second year itself, and you didn't qualify for the regionals, and that's fine, right? Like,
Yeah.
what would your advice be to them?
So it is not just about it's not just about like getting to the world finals, right? I mean, world finals is going to be your ultimate goal to get selected to that particular level, but it's not like that's the ultimate, should be your like prime motivation to be doing like just the whole of competitive programming. You should enjoy the process. I mean, getting good with your team, improving upon these skills, going to regionals, enjoying over there with your teammates, and let's say enjoying the whole process of learning. That should be your prime goal. And also, I think don't compare yourself with tourists. Like, I mean, the people who are there with 10 years, tourist is not going to come up in ICPC because he is now graduated. So only college students can take participate in ICPC. So that's a good thing that is there. Because so that, or else like everybody who has been doing competitive running for like a very long time would participate. So that is there. But apart from that, I would say that don't like there are slots for regionals. There are slots for regionals from college because regionals also want to increase the diversity from number of colleges increasing. So you should try to get to at least regionals, and then again there is I would say that there is competition. There is a good amount of competition. I mean, every year there is like good people who have been training for 1, 2, 3 years for at the regionals to get to world finals. So there is going to be a stiff competition. But again, you should definitely try to first get to the regionals and then get to the world finals. So for me, I first in my second year attempt I could not get to the regionals. In my third year attempt I could not get to even the I could get to the regionals, and then at the regionals we performed decently well. I mean, some like around 12 13 rank in one of the regionals and 15 rank in one of the regionals. But again, we were not close to that top slot where people were competing. So that's okay. So we learned we improved a lot, but then again we understood that this is somewhere we are lacking and we got to improve this. So with the same team I again participated in the next year with improving every other thing that we could think of, and the performance was comparatively a lot better. So it's a gradual process. It's not going to come up in like, let's say 1 year or something like that. So it's going to take time. But again, if you start, then only it's going to come, right? Like, I mean, unless you start, how it's going to? That's
Okay, and so what was the feeling like when you finally qualified for the world finals after 2 or 3 attempts, like being the elite programmer of your college, like being the only team, like there's only one team that from each college, and your team was the one who got selected for the world finals. So what was that feeling like?
So we felt very relieved because I think for me, like for my teammates, I'm a dual degree student. So for my teammates, they were 4 year and this was their last attempt in the college to go to ICPC. So we were very like hopeful that we could get to the world finals this year itself, and we were prepared very well for it. So I mean, when you prepare a lot, I mean, we were preparing for maybe like 9-10 hours during the like winters to prepare for this regionals and Asia finals. So that particular training, when that finally comes up with a reward, then that all feels very joyous, right? So like 2-3 days, like you feel like on cloud. So that was there. So there was a lot of enjoyment. But yeah, but then again, like it became normal that okay, this is something we have achieved. Now we have to look forward. So
okay, wow, great. So now coming to quite a common question that people have, like, does going to the world finals or regionals help in placement? Like, do they guarantee placement?
Guarantee word is not going to be like nothing is guaranteed in this world. Okay, even if you like super elite and you mess up that particular interview, you are not going to get selected. But yeah, I think like it puts if you're surely a world finalist, then it is going to put a weight on your resume. So people do look at that, and that is good. Like it's like a stamp that you have that very few people has, right? So as the number of people is less, then it has a huge value. So that's why like it puts a lot of weightage to your resume. But apart from that, I think it's the skill of Algo DS that people built in this process that eventually helps them to get a very good, like I think a lot of like every competitive programmer who is going to world finals is very well placed in top product based companies. So it's that skill that they have built up that helps them in interviews and other coding rounds to like get to any like top company. So that helps. And again, the resume part is built up. So. But nothing is guaranteed as such.
No, obviously. Okay, so like if you fuck up in an interview round, then it's over. Like it doesn't matter if you're in world finals or regionals, you can't mess up the round, the interview round of a product.
Maybe if you're messing up one question, then it is okay. But like if at the end you are not being able to impress the interviewer, then that's not going to come up. Like he's going to give you a review based on the on-spot interview, right? He's not going to give you based on your resume.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so what are some tips that you'd like to give to people who want to qualify for the regionals, who want to qualify for the world finals? Like since you have been doing this for a long time now, you obviously have some idea about it.
Yeah, so I would say that this is a team contest, so prepare well with your team, I guess, because it's going to be like your combined effort. Practice on a lot of contests and like understand what your teammates are good at and delegate that task to them. And like what you are good at, take that on your own. I mean, everybody has their own strength and weakness. Someone types very fast, someone like segregates the problem very fast, someone, let's say, solves the particular topic very nicely and so on. Someone has TP very strong, someone has some other topic very strong. So understand these strengths and weaknesses of individual players in the team and delegate the tasks accordingly, and that is going to like give your team the maximum performance. And finally, it's a team contest. It's not like just an individual achievement that you get, right? So it's a team performance, so you have to perform like a team. That's all I can say. Like that's the something that you have to like, that is one thing that is going to give you like an edge to other teams, other people who are even at, let's say, you're at your same level. So even if two people are at the same level, if someone's team is performing better, then they are going to get an upper hand, right? So it's a, so perform, like practice with your team for sure.
Okay. So that's enough about ACM ICPC, I guess, and I guess this will help a lot of people who want to qualify for the ACM ICPC regionals and the world finals. Now let's get on to placements. And so talking about placements, how key is the role of a competitive programming? So now you had done an internship, you had qualified for the Google internship, and you have done your internship at Google, and you have also gotten a PPO from Google. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
So how was your Google interview experience like? Can you please elaborate that for us, the entire process?
Okay, so so I had got my Google internship for my